My name is Cynthia. I am 19 years old. I've lost 145 pounds and I've got the gastric sleeve plication. I'll be a doctor, but as of now I'm going to be an RN. As I grew older and through my teenage years, school was hard, it was stressful. I always wanted to keep my grades up. I was always the first in my class, so I think I started eating because I was stressed out. Study groups, we would eat. It just got out of control. And I tried everything. My parents put me on diets, liquid diets, shakes, where they made me work out. And it works for a little while, but as soon as you stop, it comes back and even worse. No, I think what happened was I seen you on Oprah, or it was Dr. Oz, I seen you somewhere. And then I started researching it. My dad had a problem with me having he didn't want anything in there. He didn't want anything foreign, and then he didn't want them to cut anything out. He didn't want a drastic surgery like that. So he said, either you find something like that or you don't get that kind of surgery, because he said I was too young. I got it when I was 17, 18. Your name came up, first name on Google. So when I clicked it, then it took me to YouTube, and that's when I started seeing the OCC, because I Googled the gastric plication. Easy. He couldn't make it because he was working, and we told him that they were gonna pick us up at the border, and he kind of like, oh, it sounds too good to be true, but everything worked out great. They picked us up at the border, they brought us straight to our room, and then straight back over here, straight back to our room. It was good. I had a lot of questions, but you guys answered them, and it was comfortable, because usually when you talk to doctors, it's like kind of like weird, awkward, but you mess around a lot, so that, it makes it comfortable. And then we asked a lot of questions, and they got answered, and then it wasn't only important to me to get my questions answered. It was important for my parents to know exactly what was gonna happen and what was getting done, because they were more worried than me. And if they were happy, I'm happy, and they were happy, so I was happy. I got my surgery in May. I finished high school in June, so I hadn't seen anybody all summer. By September, when I started college, I started seeing everybody, and everybody was like, what the heck happened to you? I had already lost like 60 pounds or more in like the first 3 or 4 months. And everybody started asking me, like, what happened to you? Like, how did you lose so much weight? So my aunt was like, well, if it worked on her, it'll work on me. So she came. And then after my mom came, and she got it too. And then my friend, she seen me in town, and she asked me, how did you do everything? And I started explaining to her, and then I explained to her mom, and her mom said, well, it sounded good for her son, and that's when they decided to come. And I explained to them what it was. The options of like the lap band and the gastric sleeve, and all the options, and I just said, well, for me, there's many options out there, and it just varies on the person and what you're comfortable with, but with me and my family, this is what they decided to do, and it worked for me. So they came, and they're here, now they're here. Well, I was 306 pounds. When I got my surgery, I had to lose some weight to get the surgery, so I went down to like 296. Honestly, I didn't get the surgery because I was uncomfortable with how I looked. I got the surgery for health reasons because I didn't feel right anymore. So my ideal weight was anything but 300 pounds. I was happy with that. And they told me, well, Dr. Miranda told me that in a year, my weight goal would be like 180, 185. I got that in 6 months. And in 6 months, I hit 180. And as of now, I hit 170. So I've lost more weight than I was expected to. It is great. I wasn't expecting to look or feel this good, and it's really nice. I used to dread going to the gym. I used to hate it because it's like, oh my God, everybody's running, and I couldn't run or anything like that. And now it's like I'm keeping up with everybody. I play sports. I coach softball for the kids. I like it. I like being able to do stuff. Like at first it was like a drag to go to the gym, and now I go to sleep and I'm like, okay, tomorrow I'm going to the gym. Like I made it a part of my life, and it's so much easier now that I can actually do it. It's instead of being like, oh, I gotta go to the gym, it's like, oh crap, I have to go to the gym, But it's nice. It's a good change. The change was for the best. It wasn't like I said, I didn't get it as a surgery because I was uncomfortable with myself. I was very comfortable with myself, but it was health-wise. I couldn't run, I couldn't breathe, couldn't cross my legs. This is like the best part about it, being able to cross my legs, being able to go to the mall and fit into anything. That's like the best part. My eating's changed a lot. Obviously, you can't eat with the anything good for you is bad. I mean, anything you like is obviously bad, but I mean, I got used to it. At first it was hard not being able to eat everything on the plate. Like, that's the hardest part. You order something and you see everything on the plate and you expect to have to eat all of it, but at first it's hard because you go from eating everything from one day to another. You can't eat half, not even half of it. So that part is, but it's mental, because I got over it. Like, at first it was hard. Like, my mom would tell me, just throw it away, but I couldn't. It was hard, but I got used to it, and now it's like I kind of know, like, I know when it's just gonna be too much before I start feeling like, oh, it's too much. You know what I mean? But the eating is you have to learn to deal with it, because it's the most important part. It's the most important part. If you don't learn how to eat right, I guess there's no use in getting the surgery, because it's not just the surgery itself that's gonna help you lose weight. If you don't learn how to eat, eventually you're gonna get back to where you were, right?